So today I just wanted to take a quick look at the short film, The Life of Death. This is a 2015 film. It's definitely very interesting. Obviously you have, basically we're viewing the life of the Grim Reaper, or a Grim Reaper, Death himself, which so to some people who really just don't understand the whole concept of death, yes, I can see how he would be a frightening figure, maybe how people would maybe alienate him and they would fear him, maybe they wouldn't treat him very fairly. So this is basically kind of like a glimpse at his life. And what I really liked about this is because you do show him as a young man just growing up. He feels awkward, he's not comfortable, and then we see him in his college years and he just really blossoms. He comes into himself as a person, or an entity, I guess you could say, and he really makes an effort to enjoy his life, discover new things, experience new things, meet people, things like that, which basically he's getting the most out of his life. He's actually living for the first time in his lifetime, which is amazing because you really do see how he evolves as this persona, or as this death entity, and you can definitely see he is a lot happier. Obviously the character is a person in a draped robe, so you really can't see him at all per se, but the whole sentiment is there. The whole story basically is told through movement, body language. There's no actual dialogue, maybe just a few sounds here and there, but it definitely allows the viewer to immerse themselves into this story and just really read into it, which I find extremely interesting because the first time I saw this, yes, I got that whole thing that a person should actually live life to the fullest, not necessarily just because you're death. It doesn't mean that you are eternal. Obviously in this, I guess you could say, universe, there are numerous little deaths, but considering his children and whatnot. But if there are other deaths, that also implies that death can die. So, and essentially we are viewing his eulogy, which, as I've said, it's very beautiful, but I also kind of saw it as a metaphor. As I've said, there are people who are just very cruel, maybe they're just rude towards things that they don't understand or things that they fear. So to some degree, it kind of feels like a metaphor for the way that society treats certain peoples. For instance, the elderly, the mentally disabled, or people with mental health issues or chronic health issues. They're all basically pushed aside, they're treated very badly. But does anybody ever really take the time to get to know them for who they are as a person? In general, society can treat these people very badly. They walk all over them, they treat them like garbage. And as I said, they're just brushed aside, they're pushed out of the way. They do not want to be, society does not really want to deal with these people, which is very unfortunate because they are persons. They have emotions, they have lives of their own, and very much like this film, if you take the time to actually get to know someone, you would definitely, obviously, become more aware of who they are as a person, their desires, their joys, their hopes. They become more one-dimensional rather than just a rug that you can just beat on or kick around. So that's definitely what I read into this, and as I've said, just because the film is told mostly through movement, you're definitely left to interpret as you will. But it's definitely very well produced. It's a beautiful film to watch. It's 6 minutes long or so, so it's really not too long a view, but the message really hits home. And obviously anyone who watches this film, you're going to read into it what you need from it if you're willing to go into it with an open mind. So I definitely thought this film worth sharing and speaking about with you. But that is all I have for you guys today, and I will go ahead and link this in the description of this video if you would like to check that out. But I will talk to you later.